I'm getting closer to my destiny.
I'm getting closer
To my. Yep, just two notes. To my. To my.
So you can't mess with me. I'm getting closer to my destiny.
Almost. I'm getting closer to my destiny.
Destiny.
Yeah, emphasize the words. Keep it rock. Actually, I like that one. Do another one. But fall down on that destiny. I'm getting closer to my destiny.
Right?
Yeah, right there.
I'm getting closer to my destiny.
I'm getting closer to my destiny.
I'm getting closer to my destiny.
And the next part?
Oh, with every breath.
With every breath
You see.
With every breath you see, I was made for this. Let me show you another way of doing that. Let me just add one note. I'm going to cue you while we're doing it.
Okay.
I know misery, lost company, but it ain't no friend of mine. Okay, let me hear that one. That's it. No. I'm listening. Love that attitude. Good. Next line.
How long is that? You see that? You see how many times he makes me do it over and over and over? Okay.
We are here with recording engineer extraordinaire Ken Andres, and we'll be asking him a few questions. First of all, what exactly is a recording engineer? What do you do?
Well, recording engineering rather is capturing, as it implies, audio in a stored medium so that you can have playback of that audio. And specifically in the recording or studio setting, we're capturing individual audio components, whether it's a vocal, instruments, drums, guitars, bass, whatever the instrumentation may be, and we're capturing it as what we call raw data tracks. So each of those elements are separate, but then we can take all of those elements and pull them together and create a final recording that is, consumed by the public, whether it's a MP3, CD, or any other digital medium. So recording engineering as a exact science is, again, just capturing audio in a recorded medium that you can use. Within recording engineering, there is multiple types of responsibilities. So the part I described of just capturing all the raw data tracks, that's a tracking engineer, versus the person who pulls it all together and creates the final product is called a mix engineer. But again, they are all components of creating a recording. So in a nutshell, that's really what a recording engineer does. That's what I do.
Okay, Ken, what makes you different from the rest?
The best analogy I always give with anyone is it's really about the detail. So, you have a lot of guys who record and they do it in broad strokes. So they're recording based on the skill of, they've learned technically how to capture something. So setting up a mic or setting up a guitar, any of that, it's all to them just a technical feat. You plug the mic into the board, you put it in front of the guitar player, and you play. But in the school of thought that I grew up in, you really are looking at the performer. So when I set up a microphone, it's not just the technical of setting in a mic, plugging it up, but it's creatively listening to the artist and understanding what is the best way to capture that artist. So that's a detail that is missing from a lot of guys, that they don't capture that in the beginning. So when they get to the mix phase of a record, they're trying to compensate for the poor quality or poor capture of that artist's performance. That in itself is the biggest difference from a recording standpoint. From a mixing standpoint, it's similar. I don't mix from the technical. I mix based on instinct. I listen to the song and I let the song tell me what I need to do. And when the song feels a certain way, it moves me, I'm done. That's what it is. So it's instinct.
And how long have you been doing this?
I have been recording records, producing records for 28 years. Long time.
And we know by your accolades that you have reached the mastery level. Is there anything else for you to learn?
There's always a lot to learn. Any business that you're involved in requires evolution or process. If I go back to when I originally started in the recording business, we were on reel-to-reel tapes. Everything was all analog based. It wasn't all the digital computers. So if we wanted to do a remix of a song back then, we had to break out a razor blade, rock 2 reels, cut the tape, and create the splice of it. If we wanted to do what we call fly vocals to another part of the song, we would fly the vocals into the keyboard sampler and then play it into the other parts. And don't even get me started on tuning a vocal, where we use auto-tune or Melodyne now. Back then we would take a tool called Eventide Harmonizer and literally take each syllable and painstakingly have to tune a vocal and fly it in. It was just extremely painful type work. Today's workflow has afforded us a lot of new tools, but the tools continue to evolve. As the tools evolve, your skill set has to constantly grow. But in addition, music changes. You know, music is not what it was 20 years ago. It's completely different. And so you can't mix music based on your skills that you had 20 years ago. So there's always room not only to grow, but again, you have to evolve and you always have to learn. And I'm always in a state of learning every single day.
You are presently working with singer-songwriter recording artist Star Fields. What is that like?
One word, a lot of fun. I absolutely love working with Star. She's a very passionate artist about what she does. She knows who she is. A lot of times I work with a lot of artists and they will always ask me the same question. What makes me an artist versus being a singer? And I always point to them that a singer can sing any song that you put before them, but the artist will create how the song will flow. In that thought process, Star is definitely an artist. She has a lot of passion and energy when she sings any of her songs. Her personality bubbles over into her fun songs. Even when we try to sing sad songs, I'm trying to get her more depressed because she's just such a positive person. I'm thinking about making her mad one day, but then I'm kind of scared. I've just never seen her not have a lot of energy. Yeah, you know. Yeah, but just wonderful artist. Absolutely love working with her and her mom. Both are just wonderful people. And when you're working with anyone, it's not always about the talent, but it's about, can you help them maximize their skills of where they are. You know, there are always going to be somebody who can out-sing you, no matter how talented you may think you are. But if we can at least get you at the highest level of who you are, then, that's really what we're always looking for to do. And I think with both of them, we definitely are doing that. And I look forward to not only this project, but many more projects until we're all old and grumpy.
And her mom being a gospel recording artist, Deborah Ann Bartlett.
Yes.
Right. Well, looking around at your home studio, I see that you have a lot of equipment within this room. A lot of equipment. What's your electric bill like?
The electric bill actually is not bad. Even though I have a lot of gear, as I've stated earlier, today's gear is far more efficient, green efficient, it's computer based. It allows me to have, in my setup, what's called a hybrid digital analog setup. So a lot of the setup, whether it's this console, the computer-based Pro Tools system, a lot of the other digital gear, draws very little current. And the analog piece in the studio, whether it's the monitors, some of the preamps, because they're not as heavy or power hungry as the stuff that was from the 80s and 90s, I would say on average it maybe adds about another $100 a month to my bill. So very efficient. You know, I'm happy about that. I'm not trying to give money away to, city. So
Well, we thank you for your time. We thank you for taking this time to answer these questions for us, and hope to be able to come back and get some more information from you in the future.
absolutely, anytime. Gabriel's remix.
Gary's song, yeah, Gary's song.
Yo, my iPad is cool.